In my humble opinion.
In your cumble opinion.
My cumble opinion.
Yep.
I got nothing but cumble opinions.
Episode title already. Matt, episode title.
I want to
in my cumble opinion. Gotcha.
What was the other one I came up with? Testing tickles.
Testing tickles.
Microphone testing tickles.
I want to get like a big fluffy jacket and wear it to State of Origin events, but to go with it, I want to get like, you know how Logan Paul had that Charizard card hanging around his neck? I want to have like a rugby league card, like a signed Payne Haas or Tommy Turbo card around my neck.
Yeah, great idea. Oh, get a Titans player, get a Tino.
I've only got Philip Sami. I don't want a Queensland player. I want a New South Wales player.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, that's
Philip Sami, how much do you reckon that's going to be worth in 10 years?
That's worth maybe like $11 now. In 10 years, probably 6. I don't know.
That's a depreciating asset.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Just a Tip. I'm your host, Michael, joining me always. Matthew and Benjamin. Let's go. I wanted to get the title out of the way. Or the intro out of the way, rather. Because, Ben, you've got a bit of a...
Let us know in the comments straight away if you like coconut.
Yeah, please.
Yes,
in your Cumble opinions.
In your Cumble opinion, how do you like coconut?
Not at all. Ben, you've got a predicament to bring to the group and to the loyal listeners.
All right, lay it on me.
Hit us with it.
Me?
Yeah, you. You called me earlier this afternoon, and I was like, do not waste this. Do not waste this on me right now. You got to save this for later. But you went ahead and told me about it.
What happens in our private life and our conversations has nothing to do.
No,
Ben.
We're not going to air out the dirty laundry.
Ben is you're in Hoi An, right, Ben?
There's a lot of letters involved. Like, what's your fucking problem?
Wait, Ben, have you ever heard the phrase that...
Can we stop recording? Can you stop recording?
Everything is content, Ben. Everything is content.
Yeah. Do it for the tent, bro.
Yeah, I'm not content about this content at all.
It's fine. We're here to help you, and the listener can help as well.
You don't have to say any names. Like, instead of Ben, you could say a gentleman named Neb, for example, right? Let's just say you got a friend called Neb.
I got a friend called Tam, like strong emphasis on the T.
Yeah, okay. Capital and lowercase.
So Ben's matched with 2 lovely German ladies on Bumble who are traveling in Vietnam together. And did you bring it up first that you matched with both of them, or did they bring it up?
So on both their profiles, they're saying we're friends traveling together, and I coincidentally matched with both of them.
Not a coincidence. You're a handsome young stallion. You match with everything out there.
Yeah, that's right. Top of the food chain over there.
Yeah.
Slim pickings, you know. Even every dog has his day, you know.
Yeah. And you are a dog.
Dog. He's a dog.
He's a dog.
How good's that Palfish guy? Shout out to Palfish, whatever his name is.
Anyway, go on. You mentioned it to both of them.
One of them, but I think they both figured it out. Yeah, and they want to have a double date.
Yeah.
After this recording.
Wait, with just you, or do you have to rope in a local?
No, with just me. That's super weird.
I think
and they've asked me to pay.
I don't think that's a double date.
I think one of them asked me to pay, and I feel like I'm being set up on a scam.
Wait, Ben, you realize that this is like the opening to a porn, right?
Yeah.
Like, are you seeing that? Like, this is an opportunity. Even if you are getting set up, you should absolutely go through with this.
I think so. You're in a country where food and drink is cheap, right? So you might as well go ahead with it. And also, I know you said that these 2 ladies aren't the prettiest ladies in the world, but I think they're fine. I think they're both fuckable. And I've been thinking about it all afternoon. 2 4s make an 8, Ben.
2 4s do make 8.
I think the worst thing that could possibly happen here is that you end up paying for drinks and dinner. What have you?
I think you mispronounced 4.
Wait, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Because, like, sure, You may end up paying for drinks and dinner, but what value? Imagine the value you get in the story that you can tell us boys afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. The story where I do go and do it is way better than the story than I don't go and do it.
And fucking funny shit just happens to you, dude. Like I go through my boring, mundane life every day with nothing happening to me, and you're out there dropping jars of Cantong on the streets of Brisbane. You know?
It seems like this is another story.
Shout out to Cantong. Shout out to Powerfish and Cantong.
And you just scooted off because there was nothing you could do. You couldn't clean
Well, no, I did. I cleaned it.
You told me that you just sort of like brushed it with your foot and then gave up.
What else? What more could I do? That defines cleaning in my books.
All right, shall we get into?
That's how I clean my genitals like every other part. Just scrape with my foot.
I went to Woolworths this afternoon to try and get some black electrical tape so I could put a little bit of black electrical tape around my sleeve here to signify the loss of Latrell Mitchell has been ruled out of Origin with a calf injury.
You fucking...
Yeah.
Ben doesn't think it's going to make much of a difference.
Do you reckon like he should still get paid? Because I don't think he should.
That's a good question. Does he still get paid?
Yeah, I don't know.
He spent all that time training.
I have no idea. Great question.
Well, that doesn't win you games, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a sad day. I have so he's gone down with a calf injury, right? In solidarity, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this. I've put a Band-Aid on my leg right there. I don't know if you can see it. All right. In solidarity, I'm with you, Latrell. I'm not going to take it off until he returns from injury.
Oh, really? That's gross. And I believe you a couple weeks as well.
When you say calf, I don't know why, but I keep like imagining baby cows. I'm like, who cares if his baby cow is injured? He can play.
It's because they're the same word, Ben.
He can't play. Yeah, the English language is fucked. But man, I last week, Mike, if you remember, I said that Latrell would score the first try, win man of the match, win man of the series, kick the game-winning field goal in game one. On a scale of 1 to when Beau Former did his ACL in the preseason, I was like at a 9, upset hearing that news.
What Beau Former is a 10. Right.
Beau Former's the 10. Yeah, like that's the saddest I've been in a long time.
That was a bummer.
That was a bummer. But yes, I was spewing because he just seemed so primed to go off this year.
He was ready, right? Like he's got in such a good headspace. He was having fun. It's a shame. It's a shame. He'll be back for game 2. Don't worry about it. He'll be back.
So. Yeah.
And we're gonna fucking smash him this week, and we're gonna smash him for game 2. Smash him.
Smash him. But yeah, man, there's a lot of drama in the Blues camp though. Like
that was not smoke. That part was that's not smoke and mirrors, but this is a bit of smoke and mirrors. The drama in the Blues camp. Cleary has a tooth infection.
Infected
tooth.
It's not a skin infection.
What are your thoughts on this, Matt?
Listen, I think we just need to send our thoughts and prayers to Cleary. It must be
the whole Cleary family.
The whole Cleary family. It must be a really hard, trying time for everybody involved, especially his sister. They have a famously strong-jawed family, and I can imagine that with such a strong jaw, the tooth infections would be even more painful than a normal.
Yeah, because there's more jaw, there's more tooth, so the surface area to get infected is greater.
Big teeth.
It's a shame. It's a real shame. It makes him a terrific goal kicker because he's like his body is so centered. It's like an anchor. The infection
in a high center of gravity. No, because it's bringing the center of gravity too high.
It's like low. It lowers it, if anything.
No, his jaw's not on his fucking feet.
Do you want to have a fucking physics argument with me right now?
All right.
Mate, I'm far away. But
you wearing 2 sets of glasses?
If you want to come here and fucking throw ropes,
why are you wearing 2 sets of glasses?
You don't know that.
Yeah, sure, I can see them. When you turn your head.
Hey.
There is the real Ben. Was there anything else from Blues camp? Because those are the only two.
Well, if you remember early on, Payne Haas was apparently had like a twinge to his ankle at some point.
Yeah.
Reportedly, he's going to be fine. If he was out, it would have been bad. But I think the Blues are just playing they're just playing to Queensland. Queensland usually the ones who do this. They have people getting usually illnesses, flus, sicknesses, which is usually just I'm too hungover after the bonding night. That's usually what it actually is.
Nostril infections.
Yeah, nostril infections. Yeah, lockjaw, like old Charlie Staines.
Yeah, and like
dry mouth.
with Trell being out, at least like Critter has been there before. Like he was there last year and he's done a job and he knows what he's walking into. It's not like we're debuting anybody, you know. He's there with all his friends. Yeah, sad. What do you think about the NRL telling New South Wales Rugby League to change the jersey to sky blue instead of dark blue? Do you want to cover this at all?
Yeah, I mean, I know we had this jersey. It's not the first time we've worn this jersey. Maybe it was last year or the year before. I can't remember. I'm sort of indifferent towards this dark blue jersey, but I can understand the trepidation to mix it up. I mean, I like the idea of just sticking solid with the one color forever. But again, I'm not butthurt over it like some people are in the media.
Yeah, I just, as long as we don't go back to that Blues jersey, I think from like 2 years ago, that looked like a candy parlor. You know that one?
Can't remember.
It looked like absolute shit. I can't find it for the life of me. I'll have to look it up after this.
Show us something else that looks like shit. Put your baby photos up. Insert baby photo of Mike.
Matthew, thank you for putting a adult photo of Ben there. I appreciate that.
I don't think Mike.
Thank you for now putting on the actual baby photo.
No, I came out as a fully formed adult with this hairline.
Yeah. He was
your
created.
Never walk the same again.
He was created as a 13-year-old, injected straight into high school just to cause havoc.
Yeah,
Could you imagine if you were like, you didn't grow, you were like born, like as Mike said, like the size you are, but even like being carried around in your dad's ball sack with like your actual current size.
Well, you would be
totally impractical.
What would the equivalent of a sperm be to a baby? Like,
as in size?
Yeah, would it be like a chihuahua-sized sperm?
Jeez, no, but it's, I reckon sperms are like
microscopic.
Microscopic. Yeah.
No.
So it'd be like a frog.
What's a king to a god?
This is a better way to visualize it. If each sperm was the size of a fully grown adult, how big would your ball sack be at any one time?
Your sperm was the size.
If your sperm was the size of an adult with the same quantity that we normally have, how big would your balls be? The size of like a town? Like,
yeah. So you're saying like, so if the
500 million people piled on each other.
Yeah. If the ratio stayed the same, I reckon your testicles would be like the size of a mountain.
I'm thinking the size of Tokyo. 80 to 300 million sperm per ejaculation.
Yeah.
So
and how many cubic feet is a human if you squash them into a cube?
Yeah, but also think like your testicle is not 100% semen, right? There's
other
stuff in there. There's other mechanics in there.
Dude, and there's also like air in space, so there's space between each. Definitely. If you have any expertise on this topic, let us know in the comments.
I think the population of Japan is a pretty safe bet. I looked at the population of Tokyo, and that's less than 80 million sperm. So, yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Closest person to the accurate answer, get a thimble free of Mike's cum. We'll send it to you personally.
You know what? How am I going to... I can't think of a good segue to this, but you know where there is a lot of sperm? Las Vegas, baby. Are we going? Oh my God.
I would love to go. I really would.
I'm not going without you. Come on, don't do this to me.
Yeah, no, I would love to go, but unless you want to pay for
I
it.
have a mortgage. I'm getting
No,
a mortgage. I got responsibilities now.
I'm in a mortgage prison. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? If you keep making this excuse for the next 20 years, you're going to be 60 and you're going to realize that math is correct, that you wasted your youth. Go out there, like, you know, fuck. Go to Las Vegas.
Rip
Football.
and tear
Yeah.
in that order.
no, that's great. I'd love to do it. But I tell you what, after this, I'll show you my Excel spreadsheet of income and expenses, and you will shed a tear for me.
Yeah, spewing.
Putting up
and Vegas ain't
putting
cheap.
up his
We would
budget
have to
and
stay
expenses
outside
on the
the
screen
strip.
now.
Yeah.
Full list of Matt's expenses.
I don't trust drunk Matt in Vegas.
Yeah, me neither.
You'll never see me again.
I was looking at getting a room at Caesar's Palace. Minimum $1,200 a night. I guess that's like the shit rooms at $1,200.
Yeah.
Is that US dollars too?
Oh my god, I wish we could go. I'm getting no's from my fiance as well. I'm getting hard no's when I bring it up.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also maybe she won't be your fiance afterwards.
And I'm giving her everybody else is going, babe. Are you not gonna let me
Yeah.
go?
Mike, you have a wedding to pay for.
Yeah, that's one of her points as well. Yeah.
Yeah. We could do the wedding in Vegas.
We could do the wedding in Vegas. We could get married at that fucking chapel. Everybody could come.
Dude. Okay, so if you have your wedding in Vegas, then I have to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it just
Fuck
so
your
happens,
spreadsheet.
it just so happens to be around round one of the NRL season.
So the Broncos have kicked in, I don't know how many millions, but they kicked in money, so they get a spot. Who are the other spots? Who are we giving the other spots to, do you think?
So Broncos are playing. Who do I want the Broncos playing?
There's two games being played.
Yeah. I got to think who would be a good matchup for the Broncos first up. I'm thinking maybe
they did this a few years ago and it was a flop. Didn't they do this already, like a couple times, and they were flopped?
Oh, they've signed a deal for 5 years though, I think.
Matt,
I don't know.
They've tried so many times to get the US to support rugby league, and it's just never taken off.
Well, I think now's the time it takes off. You know, good things take time.
And if something doesn't work the first time, you might as well stop, right?
That's right. Yeah. Fail once, never try again, the old saying goes. But who do I want the Broncos playing in round one? Selfishly, I would say Titans. Titans v Broncos. But because Americans don't know which teams are good, right?
Yeah, they're going to find out.
They have no idea. But like, I mean, I think like a really good one to have would be like Roosters Rabbitohs, but maybe they save that for like a few years down the track. Maybe they milk it for a bit.
Yeah. I'm going to give you my answers. I'm thinking Broncos versus Storm. And I want Rabbitohs versus, if we want a good game, Panthers. But if I want to get more Americans, bums in seats, I think the New Zealand Warriors. I think we need a good spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, considering that most Americans, like, they don't give a shit about Penrith as the suburb, Parramatta, St. George, right? They'll just know the major cities. So basically, you want Brisbane, Sydney Roosters, Melbourne Storm, New Zealand Warriors, just the most recognizable towns.
Yeah. I think Rabbitohs are a lock because you can sell that, you can market that as
Russell
Crow's team. This is the team Russell Crowe owns.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's my answers. Ben, who do you want to see play in Las Vegas? Sounds like it's just going to be you and me.
To go the most recognizable ones. Although there is something novel about having an obscure place that they wouldn't recognize. Like, just imagine like a whole bunch of Americans just being like, "Go Manly! Yay!"
Yeah. And again, Manly means nothing to them.
Yeah, and you are right, Ben. The Manly Seagulls is the most obscure club in the NRL. I don't know. For me personally, they're probably in my top 4 forgettable teams.
Dragons are pretty obscure.
Oh, Dragons most forgettable for me. Easily most forgettable.
All right. We were all on the Dolphins, up the fins. We were all on para. Okay, put the one up for Jeff. Jeff successfully tipped Parramatta, but we all did, so I don't know if that counts. Bing. None of us were on the Broncos. We're all on the Wars, and I'm pretty sure the Wars got robbed there. Were we all on the Bunnies? No, Ben, you were on the Rabbitohs. We were on the Raiders. The Raiders won that, right?
The Raiders won.
Yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. And we were all on the Knights. Go the Knights. We've still got State of Origin to play this week. Ben, who are you tipping for State of Origin this week?
I just flipped back again since our last conversation a couple hours ago. I'm back on New South Wales as it currently stands right now.
Siri's voice just broke?
No, my voice. I got a piece of dried coconut in my throat.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring it up. I didn't want to dent his confidence before his threesome.
Yeah, true. We can't be doing that.
Yeah. But Ben, I asked Mike this last week. So for Origin 1, who's your first try scorer and who's your man of the match?
Oh Jesus. Let's have a good look. What do I reckon?
It's frozen.
He's frozen. Oh, he's back.
Where's my team list? I want to bring a team list up. Don't ask me now. Get back to me in like 2 minutes.
All right, think about it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just go into this first game here. We've got I think I'm going to the movies on Friday night. This is the only Friday night game. 3 teams aren't playing, so we're missing out on the Thursday, but that's okay. Who wants rugby league 5 days in a row? Not me. We've got the West Tigers versus the Canberra Raiders. West Tigers at home. Raiders are resting Jared Croker so that he can play his 300th game at home. What a luxury. Raiders more or less at full strength, right? They've been reshuffled a little bit. Chotrick, he's fine. Yeah.
Well, they've lost they've lost Corey Harawira-Naira for a month.
Oh, of course, that was scary.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that was pretty crazy. How he just
seizure.
He took a run, didn't get any head contact, went back in the line, and then just looked like a bit dazed, and all of a sudden hit the deck and started seizuring. So I think he's taken a month out to get tested just to make sure what the issue was.
Yeah, that's good. Have you got team list there, Ben?
Yeah. All right. Where am I?
I've
lost my whole page, dude. All right. First try scorer, Val Holmes. Man of the match, Yeo.
Yeo?
Yeo.
So you say Yeo?
Yeo.
Okay.
Yeo.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Oh, all right. Who you got out of the Raiders and the Tigers, Matthew?
I think because this game is just 2 days after Origin, and it looks like maybe Api Coruscant may end up playing 80 minutes on Wednesday night. We'll see how the game plays out. And I think Coruscant is absolutely essential to the Tigers' victory. I know they beat the Cowboys by like 60 points, whatever it was, like 2 weeks ago. That's a really good point. But if he doesn't back up, it's an easy Canberra tip for me. So I'll say Raiders win by 10 points here, but with all of these games this weekend, because of so many potential Origin changes, restings, all these tips have an asterisk next to them in my eyes.
Exactly. Huddy Young has been named a backup as well. There's fucking Buckleys of him being able to play on Friday night after playing on Wednesday. Depends
how many minutes he plays, really. They got a lot of back rowers on the bench, New South Wales.
I think you make a terrific point. I think I do see Jake Simpkin coming into the half, probably the 5/8. What's the
hooker.
9? Hooker. Fuck, I'm dumb. I do see Jake Simpkin coming into the hooker position. And then Alex, no, not 12, someone coming off the reserves to fill that interchange spot. Yeah. I had it on the Tigers. I think you're right. I agree with you. But I'm swapping over to the Raiders. Benjamin, who you got?
Raiders on man, I can't tip this time of year. Like this whole situation with Origin and tipping and stuff, like it fucks it up. It's like is this like, you know what? The real season, like the actual rugby league, it doesn't matter anymore. Like it's all Origin, and then it sort of goes by the wayside.
Origin's a bit of a
you know,
gateway drug
like,
for people, I feel.
Like contrary to your actual belief, like I do enjoy Origin. It just fucks with something that's more important. If you could choose every year to have like the rugby league season and no Origin, or Origin and no rugby league season, what would you choose?
Well,
they feed each other, I feel.
yeah. So like there is no Origin without the rugby league season.
Origin
So,
doesn't feed the league.
Yeah.
The league feeds the Origin.
It gets eyes on the game.
Yeah. Origin is our number one advertisement.
It's eyes on the
for
game. Basically, what you're saying is it sells beer.
Sells
Yeah.
beer, sells advertising, sells
Sells
tickets,
tickies.
sells
it
the advertising, eyes on the screen. But in saying that, I mean the Origin doesn't exist without the regular rugby league season, because you need games to see who's in form, changes teams.
Only one would survive without the other, so don't forget what's the most important one. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my spiel. I'm done.
We don't forget, but we know famously, you don't like State of Origin. We get it.
You don't get it.
You don't get Origin. You just don't get it. We
Clearly,
understand.
you displayed that
That's
tonight.
what it always
don't
boils
get it.
down with you, Matt. What it always boils down to you is just accusing me of not understanding or getting Origin. I get Origin.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this, Ben. Okay, we've been doing this podcast for 2 years. Both weeks when we've been doing our Origin 1 preview, you decided not to join. Why?
It's sheer coincidence. I know. It seems.
I don't
think last year was a coincidence.
No, last year.
On paper, it doesn't look good.
Last year you explicitly said, "I'm not showing up next week because it doesn't matter." I don't care about Origin.
I don't remember that. I'll take your word for that. But this year I had a genuine reason. I was actually physically unable to
you had your days mixed up.
my duties.
Yeah.
I had to dishonorably discharge myself.
Yeah. You think you'll show up? Do you think you'll show up next year?
Yeah. I'll prove you wrong.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
Raiders Tigers. Who you got?
Mike, where do you most often dishonorably discharge yourself?
In the work bathroom, I think.
Yeah.
Many
different types of discharge there.
I've never done that. Raiders Tigers. Benjamin.
Raiders. Oh, I'm done.
Raiders. Cool.
Raiders.
Next game we've got Saturday. Super Saturday. And it is going to be a Super Saturday. Starting us off at 3 p.m. The Warriors versus the Dolphins. What stadium is this?
So this stadium is called Go Media Stadium in Auckland.
Auckland.
Oh,
Okay.
that's exciting.
What happened to Mount Smart?
Well, they're mixing it up. They're taking a tour.
Taking it on tour. This was supposed to be a home game. Was last week a proper home game for them as well?
I think technically it was in the Northern Ireland area of Napier, when like 13 people went on the field.
Yeah, and also New Zealand has different laws than us for running onto the field. So as long as you're not nude, you don't get fined. So all these people didn't get fined.
They brought it upon themselves.
Yeah, you need to change that law. Hey.
Yeah, straight up.
If you run onto the field and just like it just happens to be such that you actually end up with the ball and score, does that count as a try?
Yeah, that's legal as long as you're wearing a jersey.
Yeah. It depends whether or not it's Origin or not, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have an interchange card.
I'm sure fans, maybe not in rugby league, but I'm
Imagine
sure fans
pinching the interchange card.
Yeah.
I reckon it's happened where like a fan has gone on very convincingly dressed as a player with the boots and everything and the right shape and ready to go, and actually like got unnoticed for a little while. I'm sure that's happened. Matt, let us know.
Possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll do my research.
Waz v Dolphins. The Waz are the favourites here, but I feel like the Dolphins don't have enough outs. The Waz looked pretty good last week, but not that good for the Dolphins to not pip them here. $2.75. There's value in that. Gamble responsibly. Obviously, Tyson, gamble responsibly. You win some, but you lose more. But I would put money on the Dolphins to win this one. Benjamin, what do you think about this game?
This is not financial advice. For financial advice, please seek a trained professional.
Read the PDS. This may not suit
yes.
you.
Yeah. Read the period, dick, whatever that stands for.
Scrotum.
Product description, something. What the fuck is wrong with you, Matt? I'm going for
He's waiting for you to say something.
Wow. Who am I on for this? I'm on the Waz. I'm on all the favourites this week, guys. Sorry to ruin the surprise. I'm on all the favourites.
Easy. Matthew, who you got?
Yeah, this is a tricky one because, I mean, the Warriors were in good form early in the season. The Dolphins the same. They're roughly around about the same part on the ladder, 6th and 8th.
2 points separate them.
The Warriors, they let an opportunity slip against a weakened Brisbane side last weekend. I think they should bounce back, and they get 3 players back. Egan, Dylan Walker, Mitch Barnett are all back, whereas the Finns, the Hammer and Tom Gilbert are being rested. I think mainly because, yes, 3 days after Origin, and also they have to fly to New Zealand. So I get that. I'll say the Warriors win here by 6 points. I think it'll be tight, but yeah, if the Dolphins got up here, I'd be not surprised at all, given their season.
Was Luke Metcalf playing last week?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just a battle of average 5/8, isn't it? Yeah, I am going to take the Dolphins for this one. Next game we've got here, Matthew, you are dogging me and dogging your entire team.
Ancestors,
Titans,
you would say.
The Titans. What would Anthony Don say?
Don't do that to me, man.
The Titans are versing the Rabbitohs at home. This is the first Titans home game since fucking round 4 or some shit. It feels like it's been forever.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And you are playing make believe instead, right?
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. I might be perhaps one of the strangest rugby league fans. I have 2 loves in this life. One is rugby league, and the other one is Dungeons and Dragons.
I think the people know that. I think we've established that.
Okay, well, yeah. So on this particular day,
we have like 30 subscribers.
On this particular day, the Magic Queef and I are going to be. Is that what his name? No, the Great Queef, not the Magic Queef. Yeah. We're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons, but I'll be there next week for the Tigers home game on the Thursday night. I promise you.
I got the next day off. That day.
Oh, brilliant. But yeah, this Titans team though, man, I fear for it.
Dude,
because we got Kieran Foran, who's being rested for, I think they've said 2 weeks because he's been playing through an injury.
He's had 3 weeks playing with a foot injury or something.
Yeah, thank you for your service, Kieran Foran. So Jaden Campbell, Bird Bones himself, moves to 5'8" into the front line. We'll see how that goes. The rookie Keanu Keeney plays fullback. Sam Verrills is back from injury on the bench. AKP is back on the wing. And Tino and Fafita are named back up from Origin, but we'll see. But
I doubt it. Hey,
I don't know. That is a young ass team, and you take Foreign out of there. I'm concerned.
Yeah, first thing, the Rabbitohs, who look fine. Campbell Graham may or may not play. Blake Taff is a grand finalist fullback. I mean, he's not the best in the league, but he's definitely true. Definitely. We were there.
I forgot about that.
I feel like I mentioned this on a previous one. What's that bit called?
What's what bit?
Like is it like the perineum or something like that?
The Adolf.
The perineum.
He's got a big one of those, like on The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah, Blake Taff. He does have a very, whatever that is.
Yeah, he does have like a Simpsons mouth, doesn't he?
He does actually look like a Simpsons character. Holy
That's a good point. Yeah, I think the fucking bunnies roll over this team, and it's going to be sad. And I'm sort of low-key glad you guys aren't going, because I don't want to make the trip down for this either. This is going to be sad stuff.
Yeah. Also, the Titans have not beat South Sydney since 2016. That is 7 straight losses to the Bunnies. Yeah, no Kieran Foran. I say Rabbitohs win by 12 points in this one.
Yeah, that's a good bet. Benjamin, you agree? Do you concur, Doctor?
Yeah, I'm on the Bunnies. 12 points as well. I don't think it's going to be a thrashing.
It won't be a thrashing, but it'll be convincing.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when a team kind of knows they're going to lose, it can go both ways. It depends how much faith in themselves they've lost by the second half.
Yeah. Jai Arrow isn't in the Queensland team, is he?
He is. Yeah, on the bench.
He is. Yeah, I doubt Cam Murray and Jai Arrow play. This is a great test for younger players to get in the middle and get their licks in, you know. And also Tino and Deefy aren't going to fucking play either. There's zero fucking chance.
Tino would play.
Tino's probably going to play. You're right, because he sees this as a must-win game. But don't hurt yourself, Tino. We can't afford it.
Yeah, don't push yourself.
Let me look at this. Jai Arrow is in the 17 jersey. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
What a gun. Clearly enjoyed himself. I love that.
Yeah.
What do we got next here? We've got the Sharks. Rounding out Super Saturday, we've got the Sharks versus the Broncos. What's this baby Broncos team doing? Everybody who's playing Origin has been named to play here, right?
They've all been named to play, but that's a massive wait and see. See what happens.
Yeah, Reece Walsh is going to get absolutely fucking driven into the ground. He's not going to be able to play. And who's going to replace him? Tristan Saylor's sitting there in reserve, so should be right. He did a good job.
They got the win last week, and the Broncos, they've got 5 Origin players. The Sharks, I believe, only have 1 in Nico Hines, and he's coming off the bench for New South Wales, so I think he'll play.
Nico will play. Lock that in.
Yeah, they got Talakai coming back. For me in this one, because it's hard to say exactly because of the uncertainty around the Origin players, but you'd have to think the Broncos are at a disadvantage with that many players if they were to back up.
Adam Reynolds is back from his neck injury.
Yeah,
he did not need to sustain.
I think he played last week.
That guy?
Yeah, he played last weekend against the Warriors.
I clearly watched that game.
I'm on the Sharks in this one. I don't know about you guys. I got them winning by, I think, is this our margin game?
It is.
Yeah, I've got them winning by 6 points here.
Oh, I got them winning by 7. Benjamin, how many you got?
Does Adam Reynolds has a normal sized neck, doesn't he? Or is it a bit shorter?
But a couple of weeks ago, he injured himself for no reason. And it was he had like a neck injury that left him numb throughout the rest of his body.
Who has the longest necks? DCE definitely has a long neck.
DCE, Campbell Graham, long neck.
Graham, yeah.
Who was the guy that used to play for the Broncos? Was Tate or something? He had the neck.
Brent Tate. Yeah.
He had a big
Cowboys,
neck.
wasn't he? A Cowboys player.
Yeah. He also played for the Broncos back in the day.
I've just brought up some random NRL players here. Nat Butcher has a pretty long neck.
Yep.
Well,
definitely not the Morris boys.
Jeremy Marshall King has a fucking long neck.
The Morris boys have the smallest necks I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, they're all head, no neck.
Which is good for rugby league. That's really good for rugby league.
What's your margin? What's your margin on this one, Ben?
I forgot what game we're even talking about. The Sharks. Yeah, I'm on the Sharks on this one. I think this is State of Origin's gonna probably influence this game a lot. Morals. I think if Queensland lose Origin, they're probably gonna get beaten. Broncos are gonna get beaten even harder. I think it's gonna be a Queensland spirit break or make week.
Mm-hmm. What about Payne Haas?
You're a pain in the ass. You're so funny. Sharks by 10.
Sharks by 10. Not bad.
10.
Not bad. Now, this next game is a game that the Roosters should win, right?
Well, you mean the bottom 8 Roosters?
Yeah. Bottom 8 Roosters. Behind the Titans, wow. Dogs are on the upswing, aren't they? Hang on, let me look at the Bulldogs' draw here.
I mean, I think their last win was against the Titans 2 weeks ago.
Let's have a look here. Yep, they beat the Titans. They've got a bye.
Yeah, they just had a bye. Both these teams are coming off the bye.
Bottom 8 Roosters. Roosters get Joey Manu back.
Mm-hmm.
James Tedesco has been named to play.
Warrior Hargraves is also back.
Warrior Hargraves. This is a game that the Roosters should win.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew, let's start with you.
Yes. Also, yeah, Teddy Collins named back up. We'll see if they do. Also, let's not forget, it was 2 weeks ago, but Brandon Smith, the Cheese, he's gone for 2 months with a thumb injury. Whereas the Dogs, they've got TPJ and the Fox. They're named to back up from Origin, but in the reserves. So I think maybe we'll see what happens there. I mean, if the Roosters are going to get their season back on track, I think this is the time. This game's in Gosford, by the way, at Industry Group Stadium. They're coming off 3 straight losses. I see them winning here. I think the Roosters win, but they scrape by. I'll say they win by 6.
Okay, fair bet. Benjamin?
I don't know what's fucking going on in the old chook pen. Shit's not right. There's something rotten. There's something sour. Something rotting the core from the inside out. What is it?
Who is it, Ben? Who is the rotten core?
Yeah. I'm gonna go the Chooks, but I couldn't be more disenfranchised in my team at the moment. It's an embarrassment. I borderline feel like a St. George supporter at the moment. I feel like when your team's losing, you're permanently just like walking around with just like a soft on with shrinkage. Like it affects your penis when your team's winning or losing. You get a few wins in a row, you're bulging at the seams, getting that blood flow. You lose a few, and the turtle wants to go back in the shell.
Yeah, and all of a sudden AJ Brimson's out for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
I know how you feel.
For Moore's done his ACL, Brimson's out, Foran's out.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Out.
Well, Matt and I know how you feel, but we know more how you feel than what you do. Like you've been feeling this for a couple months. We've been feeling it for years.
We know true darkness.
Do you reckon poor libido and sexual performance, like just when your partner's been like, yo, what's going on? Like using your team losing as acceptable excuse for not, pleasing the woman?
You get them more involved in the game, I think, probably. There's more at stake.
There's more at stake for it.
Is it an excusable excuse? I don't think so. No, because you can hate fuck.
Can you sad fuck? Yes. You can sad fuck.
Oh, Ben, I don't know. Can you sad fuck?
He's about to find out.
Yeah, there's a sad fuck.
How much money do you have to spend tonight before it's a sad fuck?
I'm not. I'm celibate at the moment. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
I see. Yeah.
Oh,
sexual promiscuity.
Involuntarily.
Yeah. All right. We're all on the Roosters then, right? I think.
Are we all on the Roosters?
Yeah.
Keep
an eye on that.
Yeah.
Storm v the Cowboys. Cowboys going like a busted ass at the moment. Holy shit! Yeah. Who would have predicted that?
They conceded 66 points to the West's Tigers.
Oh my god, that hurts. I knew that and I'd forgotten it, and you told me again, and that fucking hurts. They lose to the Eels as well. Fucking dog shit team as well. And now they're up against the Storm. The great purple stains themselves. They've gone down the toilet and now they're sort of going back up. It's like they're almost like you flush the shit and it's like fallen out and now it's on the lip of the toilet. The Melbourne Storm are right there. I think the Storm win here and win pretty fucking convincingly. Benjamin, what about you?
Yeah, let's have a look.
You are taking the favourites. You've established that.
I am going the favourites. I'm going the purple boys. I don't know. This game doesn't particularly take my interest.
Yeah, I probably won't watch this one. I'll be playing D&D on this day. Yeah.
I'll check the score. Maybe. Are you going to host this?
Wait,
am I going to? I asked you.
Yeah, it's time for you to produce some rugby league analysis.
Contribute.
Contribution.
Me do this.
Apart from, I'll check the score.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to comment on this game. This is a poo sling for me. Purple Boys.
Storm's playing.
Yeah, Purple Boys, 14 points.
All right, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm also on the Storm for this one. Although I think
Purple
the
Boys,
Cowboys
please.
will do better. Like, it's not too often that a team loses by that much to the worst team in the league and shows up the next week and shits the bed again. I think they will pick their socks up a little bit. We'll see if their origin players play. Jeremiah Nanai, he's back from suspension on the bench. Tamalolo lurking in the reserves again. I think he was in the reserves last week.
Mm-hmm.
For the Storm, they've got Cam Munster and Harry Grant. They're named back up. I'm thinking they probably will back up. It's hard to get a proper read on these teams, but in saying that, okay, thank you.
Couldn't do the show without him, man.
Ben, are you done? Ben, are you all done? That was very loud.
Leave the room.
Yeah, mute yourself.
Hey.
There's plenty of things.
Contribute.
Contribute. Yeah, thank you for your contribution. Storm win, but I'll say they win by 8 points in this game.
Yeah. The thing I love about this show that we do is that we have little nicknames for all the teams. Not all the teams, but we do every now and then come across a little nickname that comes up naturally. And Purple Boys might be one of my favorite ones.
Purple Boys. Yeah.
Purple Boys. Dragons are paying $5. Holy shit! Is anyone going to jump on the Dragons to beat Penrith? What if Nathan Cleary is ruled out? Still no.
Still no.
No,
they're bottom of the table. What did they win? No, or did they get beaten?
I don't think so. No, they lost to someone.
They lost to the Dolphins. Lost to the Dolphins. Yeah, I mean, they got their win after the coach got fired. It was in round 12, and they beat the Roosters. Rest in peace. Mm-hmm. I think that was their win. I think they go downhill from here. Jack Bird, apparently he's going to be rested for several weeks.
Fucking annoying for my fantasy team.
You better believe that. Ben Hunt's named to play. Penrith, they have 6 Origin players, all named back up. It's a Sunday game, so I'm expecting most of them to play. And I think, if my memory serves me, Penrith usually have their Origin players play. But mind you, this is against the bottom place Dragons. If you're gonna rest your players, like, this is the week to do it.
Yeah, we will have to keep an eye on this team list. But even then, like, who is in the reserves here? Like, who takes the 7, the 6, and the wings? Tungo.
Great question.
Tungo's lurking. Luke Garner? No, he's not a 6. Sonny Luke, I guess. Mitch Kenny can probably play half.
Jack Cogger.
Jamin Salmon.
Cogger.
Jamin Salmon will play fullback.
Cogger's a 7. Salmon's more of a back rower 6 these days. Yeah, they've got a long list of players there who could slot in. So I've got the Panthers to win. I think it's just really a question about how much. I'll say they win by 18 points here.
Yeah. Dragons have a tough fucking run. They have a really tough run home. I think their easiest games are in round 27 against the Knights.
Okay.
They versus Manly in 22. Tigers in 21, and everything else is looking like Rabbitohs, Sharks, Raiders. I almost said Dragons, Eels, Rabbitohs again, Storm. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Dragons. Looking good for me, who picked them to get the spoon, right? No, I picked the Tigers.
You picked the Tigers.
Fuck.
None of us picked the Dragons for the spoon.
All right. Oh, what's next? What do we got?
Who do you tip for this game? Oh, thanks for asking. So for this one's an interesting cheeky boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't say.
You don't say.
A wise man once said, if the Tigers can do it, the Dragons can too.
Yeah, wise man once said that.
Mm-hmm.
Lock in the Dragons by 1 point.
Oh, come on. He's taking the piss.
No, you're not going to keep that tip. Stop
There's
it.
absolutely no way.
I'm not. No. Okay, go Penrith. Penrith by 1 point.
That's good.
1 point. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a fight.
All right. Okay.
Rugby league history writes, I'm surprised how little Mike knows about Super League or English Rugby League. I'm in County Durham, by the way. Northumbria is further up, and the last county before you hit Scotland. Mike's colon got a massive workout over the weekend. Yes, it did. And I did a little research into the Super League, and he's given us the London Broncos that I think you mentioned last week have been relegated to the lower league.
Correct.
So I was looking in that lower league for another team that I want to support because I don't want to support the London Broncos.
Oh.
And where are they? I've lost it. Toulouse, the French team Toulouse.
Okay, Toulouse.
That's going to be my Super League team.
Get your jersey. Buy your jersey.
Buy your Toulouse jersey. Where is it? Hang on.
Toulouse jersey on the screen now. Boss.
Oh, it's purple. Purple boy. Very nice. History of football writes for the Qatar World Cup.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same dude. Different profiles. I
We
mean,
don't know
you're
for
on the
sure.
show and you write as Future Body Tech, so
Yeah.
we still read that out.
Why do you still think that's me?
Your little chuckle. For the Qatar World Cup, even though it's a dry country, as in no alcohol, for the tournament, they did allow alcohol to be served or consumed, but it had to be either in a designated fan zone or in one of the camps they built.
A camp.
Vegas or Qatar, Matt? Which would you rather?
Oh, Vegas, bro.
Vegas.
Fuck
Ben?
Qatar.
Vegas or Qatar?
Yeah, we're gonna go for a $20 Vegas hall wedding.
The beers are probably going to be the same price. All right.
Probably.
New commenter appears. Josh, on the topic of poos,
Oh, this is a good one.
I also typically poo as soon as I have my first sip of coffee in the morning, pretty much guaranteed. On some occasions, I might get all of it out of the way in the first go. What usually does it though is a second coffee, which always triggers it a bit later on in the day. But that second poo, man, it always has the sloppiest, most explosive splatter of stanky shit. As a man, out of curiosity, you got to take a peek at the damage, right? Every time, and I mean every single time, I have a little peek at what comes out.
This comment?
And it looks exactly like the 2023 New South Wales Blues team. Fuck the Blues. Fuck you, Josh.
Yeah,
Fuck you,
well
Josh.
done. Well
done. Got him.
well articulated, Josh.
That was mean-spirited.
Adam
Thanks
Garreau
for your
writes, Queensland easy better team game 1. Yous are cooked. Fuck the Blues. Cobbo first try. Money man of the match. That's good.
I mean,
that.
there's solid first tries. Cobbo's a sleeper, I think, going into this game. I think we've kind of forgotten that he's in the team.
Yeah, and he's experienced. Yeah, sleeper. And you've written back to him, best of luck to you, Adam, but Latrell and Turbo are going to crush your dreams. Can you stop that? Can you stop that shit, bro?
I don't know why I did that. Why I should have known. Why did I go and jinx us like that?
Fuck up, dude. Shut up, please.
It's all about engagement, Mike. It's all about engagement.
Loose lips sink ships.
Fucking hell.
Great queef writes, couple of wine-sipping, fory-obsessed fancy boys, typical Blues supporters.
Hey.
If I was blue, I would die. Do the app on Wednesday pre-game with a rotating guest pulled from whoever the fuck is already on Matt's couch. No, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, dude, tomorrow. We're watching this game tomorrow. I'm so excited.
I'm excited. I got the next day off. I always take a day off after a big game.
Smart man. Smart man.
First try scorer Yeo plonks over the line after a shit ref calls, puts them closer to the line than New South Wales deserves. And man of the match is Tino.
You would say that.
This comment is sponsored by Future Body Tech.
Yeah.
All right, Simon Ashwin, welcome back, Simon. Everything feels calmer if Ben isn't there.
You hear that, Ben? You hear that, Ben?
And it feels calmer without me. Like Karma. or Calmer?
Cumler.
Yeah,
Cumler.
Cumler.
Everything seems more cumler.
Yeah. Well, we couldn't do it without you, as we've established.
Yeah.
Good comments, thank you. What's our comment for this week? Do you think? What do you guys want? How do you eat your coconut? Sorry, I forgot. How do you like coconut? How do you eat it?
That's not good.
Do you want to live in a grown man's balls? We're all on the Raiders. We're all on the Dolphins. We're all on the Rabbitohs. We're all on the Sharks.
Sorry, no, only you are on the Dolphins. I think
okay.
Ben and I are on the Warriors.
What?
Yeah.
That made me flip.
Check the tape.
We are all on the Sharks by about 7-ish to 6-ish points. We're all on the Roosters for now. We're all on the Purple Boys, and we are all on the Panthers.
Golden point game, 1 point.
What's your hypothetical for this week? Is it a hypothetical? Would you rather?
Ben, do you have a hypothetical you want to lay on us?
Oh,
you usually good for something unhinged.
Would you rather live the rest of your life in that hypothetical ball sack, or be the guy that has that ball sack?
Great question.
Life.
Okay, so you are a human-sized semen inside like a mountain-sized ball sack, just floating around.
Yep, 500 million people in this ball sack.
Let's say the other side of the question, right? You are the man with that ball sack. Are you just a regular-sized man with a mountain-sized?
Yep. Regular-sized body, mountain-sized nuts.
I think I gotta go with the man-sized semen inside the mountain.
Yeah, I think I too would want to be inside the mountain. You'd be almost like a yogi at the top of the mountain on a big, giant, fleshy mountain, right? People would come up and pay tribute to you.
Yeah,
the Nepalese would love you.
You'd all climb up your sack and you'd be like the temple at the top of the mountain.
But it'd be so fucking cold up there.
The whole thing would be cold. Your balls, you think they move?
Yeah, but
you know how like when your balls
you
move,
have to lay on top.
Yeah, you just like there's a top of a waterbed.
Who says you have to be on top of it though? Like, why can't you be on the side, standing on the ground?
Yeah, every now and then you sort of rotate. Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't be standing. You'd just be like on your back with just the mountain in front of you like this, and be like, "Help me!"
Yeah, kill me.
People would have to come around and feed you.
Swimming around through your balls.
Yeah, and you could hear them all chatting, and they come over to the side, like knocking on the fleshy walls.
If that's you, like I don't think you'd ever know you're in. It's like being in the Matrix. You don't know you're in a ball sack.
Yeah, there would be a society. There'd be a society in there like that have nightclubs and like jobs and cars and
There'd be people in there having like an existential crisis, like going to work, being like, I wonder if there's anything more than this.
There's a guy in your ball sack that actually has the same condition as you, but on a smaller scale.
Oh, dude.
Take us out, Ben. Take us out.
Take us out.
Thanks for watching another episode of Eat My Cum. We've had Matt, Mike, and myself. Go fuck yourselves. Enjoy your
thumbnail.
footy.
Thumbnail.
We're gonna do a thumbnail.
We're gonna do a thumbnail.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry. Just pause. What I'm gonna do? Or you gotta make sure you're inside the frame, boys. Otherwise, your heads, your arms are gonna get cut off. That's it. That's perfect. All right, now take us away.
Yeah, take us out. So,
go fuck yourselves. Very nice. Being pleasant at best.
Go the Blues.
What is that? What's that noise?
Go the Blues.
Go the Blues.
13 plus.
Tip with the head, not over.
Queenslander.
Tip all the way. Tip all the way. Go the Blues. Let's go.
Queenslander.
Bye.
Bye.